Alright, new project time. This one's going to be a quick one. Not going to be an extensive build, but it may come back in the future to do just that. So what we have here is a bike I've never worked on, or a platform I've never worked on. A BMW Airhead. I've actually been really wanting to get my hands on one of these things. They're just so damn cool looking. And this one's even cooler. So the owner, he actually has a BMW 2002 car, and then he has a trailer for this thing, and everything's color matched. So he wants the cafe look on this, and what we're gonna do is pull the wheels and tires off of it right now, and then the wheels are going to be powder coated black, and then we're going to do some more black touches, cool vintage tires, you know, some Shinkos. And then he's currently, I believe he's got somebody working on the seat here, just to give it just a more simplified, like, you know, cafe style. But we might upgrade all of that in the future. So this is going to be kind of, like I said, just a real quick one. Should be a lot of fun, and yeah, it's going to give me a chance to just kind of play around with the new platform. So pretty excited about it. As of now, I'm going to go ahead and get it inside, get the wheels off of it, and then hopefully get them down to powder coat maybe today, probably tomorrow though. Anyway, let's do a quick walk around. Okay, so it is a new day on the BMW here. So as of now, you can see I've obviously got this thing torn apart. Figure that's not too exciting to show. Now, what I am waiting on right now are the wheels to get back from powder. So those should be back in a couple days for me now. But today, I'm going to go ahead and remove the forks and remove the final drive. And I'll start working on getting those cleaned up and painted. That way, when I get the wheels back, we're just ready to throw it together and get it back to a roller. Now, I have had a buddy come and check this thing out, who's more well versed in BMWs, because I'm not versed at all in BMWs, but I like these things. I think they look cool, and I have been wanting to work on one. So, some things that he has pointed out to me are, you know, some electrical issues and maybe some mismatched components and stuff. Now, there's not anything that's like so drastically wrong that, you know, it's not going to be safe to ride or anything like that. But, you know, if you're picky, you know, you're going to find things that are wrong with it. So you can see here, we've got a little bit of a mess with the wiring up front. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. I'll try to get it as clean as possible without doing like a full rewire of the bike, because, you know, the customer doesn't want that, and I don't want to have to put that kind of time into this at this point. So I do have to make a coil mount, because right now this thing is just zip tied to the frame, and that's not good. I'll try to declutter a little bit back here, and I'll see if I can relocate some of these components maybe right here. And I'll have to build like a battery tray or something like that, or modify this one just to kind of be stable, because right now it's held in by a bungee cord. Yeah, so after I popped the wheel off, I went ahead and pulled one of those dust seals up, and I can tell that I have a fork seals are a little leaky, and, you know, since we're this far in, it's not any more trouble to really just go ahead and just change the fork seals while we're there, because we want it to be right. We want it to be good for the ride. I have the bars for it. I do have the boots for it. The tires are already at the place getting mounted on the wheels after those come out of powder, with new bearings in them. And then what you can't see, I'll show right now. So here is the seat that is going to go on the bike. Now this is just kind of your typical Amazon, eBay, cafe racer seat, So I guess they went ahead and they just built some basic tabs for it. No big deal. So we'll get that on there. He did paint this to match the interior of the car, which we'll talk more about. And then as far as the tank, you've seen it's already wrapped. So we're not going to have to do any modifications, any changes to this. Okay, moving to the back of the bike, we have the seat just set on here. And for now, we're not going to do a rear fender. It could be something we add in the future if the bike comes back. But we do need a tail light regardless. So this is something I just happen to have on the shelf. It's an LED cat eye. So this will mount up, about like that. And whenever you use a light like this, or basically any light, you do want to make sure that the angle that you're shining your light is into basically the face of the car behind you. You want it to be visible. So I've used these on a number of bikes, and they are bright, but they do take some thought as far as angling them. So be careful with those. But this is going to be very simple, and he just wants to ride it, and we have a fast approaching deadline, so this is something we have, and it's something we can make work for now, and it will still look good. So you saw I ripped off the forks and the final drive. So we're just going to go ahead and get these things cleaned up. I'll pull the forks apart, and then I have seals coming. They should be here hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow would be ideal though. That way I can get them back together. And in the meantime though, get the lower legs painted along with the diff. And then you can see here, we've had this the front disc and mount here just in the solvent. So I'm going to scrub that, Scotch-Brite it, and we'll get that painted too. So a nice simple thing, and pretty excited about it. Just a lot of black on the bike. It's going to change the look completely and offset against that white really well. Oh, and then also I've got the bars for it, so with like a more vintage bend, definitely a lot wider than the originals, which is good. And then I picked up a set of natural rubber domino grips. So this should match the seat really well, and then this has, domino grips are really nice, so I just like to use those. But this should make a cool little combo. Simple and awesome looking. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work on cleaning and painting the front rotor, and then move to the diff and the forks.